Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of the North American Finals between Exertus eSports and Cognitive Gaming. Here we are, just carried on. So the first game was a good slog. It wasn't an outright win. It was a very good, persistent game that Exertus was pulling off there. It was just getting a lead little bit by little bit, and it just kind of pushed them forward. The second goal Fury still was a very critical point in that game, and that kind of just led on, and the fact that the extra gold kind of helped out. What the hell is going on? That is a very aggressive ward there. My God. Well, I think you know where they are now, did you? Jesus. So we know where Exodus, they're playing pretty aggressive. They're going for like I really can't pin it. They're just playing really, really well. So let's kind of go back down again. So Barracuda's again on Apollo. Anister as well are yeah. Anister is again on Freya. That is it. I have no idea why I had a brain fart there. Freya. Anis, Ionic there is on Athena. So he's not on Hades now. He's on Athena this time. You won't as... No, you won't. It's switching. I'm doing it too late. You won't is on, obviously... my God. This is like the worst start ever. You won't is on Jonqui. And then the last one, we've got Heater on Nubus. He's Nubus. He's back. Anubis, he's not jungle Nubis, but he's solo lane Nubis. Okay, we do see Xing on Naja. I still love Naja. Naja is one of my favourite characters. But then again, Mercury is quite good now. Naja is... But Naja's the melt face. It's quite good. We will see a bit of an engagement going off on the left-hand side there. We see Ionic backing out quite nicely. KO doing loads of damage there with Rising Jaguar and Poison Darts. Barracuda there in a lot of trouble. We see MLC Stealth on Isis. Omega back again on the Hell. KO is on... Shibalonke and Allied picked up Hades, so that's why we didn't see the Hades come out there from Exodus again. So let's see how they actually play. They're pretty much picking each other's kind of characters, but to be honest, that's the way it always is. Everybody's like a select pool, and a lot of the competitive players like to pick from that. Other than that, let's move on. How are we going? Barracuda pushing through. We see Jonqui middle, actually. It's kind of a... It's not a new one. You do see it from time to time. But we'll see how he kind of moves on. It's just generally solo lane. Any solo lane, Jonqui just handles that pretty well. He's gone for Vampiric Shroud into Greaves as well. So going to push that one. So we do see Freya and Anubis. This is a deadly combo. Then it's good Almidary Sash onto Anister. Doing loads of damage with that Universe Ring. And that last hit just taking Anister down. I'm so glad the fact that they put back the bounces in the Universe Ring. Because that would have never happened if they hadn't put that. I'm quite happy with Hi Rez. They realised early on that they didn't need to do that. The nerf, obviously, the 30% damage reduction each time it bounces did hurt there. That would have been a kill otherwise. We do see the fact that Ionic is very low as well, and everybody's rotating around. So slight nerfs here and there to the game. Did cost... Well, the nerf there cost Xing that kill on Freya. So we'll see how it pushes off a little bit more. Jonqui there does get hit by one of the bouncers, but nothing too major. Barracuda on his own needs to be careful. Does use Mesmerize to stop the pursuit on him, and then uses the moves to get out of the way. Now, we're moving on. We do see how Omega doing loads of damage here. He is in trouble. Needs to back off. Is she going to go for it? Just kind of like toying with him. Carry on, carry on. We do have Freya coming off into the mid. Going to try for a banish? No, decides just to help clear the wave. Jonqui kind of suffers a little bit. He is behind in levels. MLC Stealth, I'm surprised he's 2 levels ahead. How is he doing that? Let's have a look. MLC Stealth... XP 545 and Jonqui is 412. How the hell did that happen? So we'll see how that goes. We will see. What is everybody doing? Freya coming in behind MLC Stealth. Will use just pulse straight on the creeps. Anister there just decided not to actually go for it pretty much. We just see an engagement on the left hand side. Rising Jaguar, but then holds in Allied. Allied holds Barracuda in. Just gets out of that one. Look at the lucky little... Ooh. My God. The people that get away with the sliver. This is like what Tier Master like to call pom-pom luck. That there is pom-pom luck. Get it in, get it out, and somehow just making it. Taking the most damage, but dying the least times. That's how that one works. And now we're going to be moved out. Xing gets banished up. Just kind of slow. They could slow on to Xing as well. Kind of keeping that. Good artillery stash, though. You what? Taking him into air. Does not a lot of damage at the moment. Does the Isis armor out as well. Spirit Ball, Defender of Olympus down onto John Kui. And then they're going back. They've turned it around onto Xing, but they're going for the MLC stealth. They realise they can get the kill with the MLC. The one from Barracuda, and then onto Xing. One more hit, and they get a double kill for their engagement onto John Kui. Their extra aggression there from Xing. I understand fully where he's coming from. Obviously, John Kui was fully on his own. Go for it. It all turned around and went wrong for him. Exertus coming out there beautifully. Pretty much capitalising on what they did in the first game. Small little things here, rotating perfectly, and then moving on. So, Cognitive need to put themselves together. They need to like rotate better. It's more of a positioning things as well. We see Barracuda actually moving back to the left lane and kind of moving on. We do see you won't on John Kui picking up Doomob first. Obviously mid, get that, well, just solo anyway. Get that Doomob stacked up really nicely. Keep that one moving. Just keep this lane pushed back as well. No one really getting onto the towers too hard. Omega still on the Greaves, but then we go, do we see much? I don't see Heater buying too much. Let's see if he's actually got any kind of gold sitting on him at the minute. Does it say the gold still? No, he's only got 500 gold sitting on him a minute. And it's just sitting there on 1,500 gold at the moment. It's just because he's not bought yet, so he'll be buying back in a minute. We do see the gold shift into Exertus eSports after those 2 kills. They got the first blood, obviously, and yeah, so they got the only kills in the game so far. And that's definitely a good turning point in the game. Moving on, we do see anything coming out. No! Moving on forward, picking up the gold camp. Just, everyone's kind of like slowed up now. You won't finish, obviously got level 2 of his Doomob. Picking up the middle gold camps. How's the gold going? So they're still picking up the gold camps as much as possible. Good banish down to MLC Stealth. Pulse as well. Gets the card for the slow. There's 4 on 2 though. They need to be careful. Anister is in the air. Defender of Olympus is coming in. Lands on nobody though. But Allied is in a bad position. Anister's going to go down. He's in a really like wrong place to be. The AoE's not going out. Why is Anister still alive? The AoE damage there on Allied. Anister still survives in that. How does he live? We do see the fact that Xing goes up into the air, doesn't get anything, and goes down. Anister survived. What did I just see? Okay, Anister went into the back. They needed 1 AoE skill to take him down, and I think because they focused on that as well, trying to get him, that everything else happened. And my God, that is a kick in the teeth. That is what you call a kick in the teeth. Poor guys. that's heartbreaking. Man. Do you know what? I'm going to pull that back. We're going to watch that again, and then I'm going to fast forward it. So, here we go. We're going to look at that again. That was just so great. Here we go. We're going to see it come in. Beautiful banish there onto MLC Stealth. Card goes out. Isis Spirit Ball goes out as well. We're going to slow it down because I want to see everything that goes on. Allied getting hit in there. The Defender of Olympus come in. Speed up a little bit. We're a bit too slow. Xing on the run, coming back in. Allied manages to get 2 people. John Kui not doing loads of damage. We see Isis trying to get through the creeps. Gets hit by the Mummify, then taken out by Anubis is there. He also gets onto Hell as well. There's something. And then we go. Plague of Locust coming out. So that Anubis doing loads of damage, as well as the fact that Barracuda's in there doing a lot of damage as well. Xing goes in. Had nowhere else. Just pretty much grabbed anyone he could. There was no one else to grab. And that's how we go. So we're moving on from there. Now that was funky. That is like a proper funky game. What's going on? Let's bring it back as far as we can get. The shame we can't get up to real time. Well, we probably could, but I'm probably like so far behind real time. It's unreal. I think. How we doing? How we doing? Bit of action going on there. I'm gonna get us back up to real time. Let's go. Engagement coming in on the left-hand side. Get a banish there onto Allied. Misses it. They do manage to back off, though, and get out of the way. We're probably up to as close amount of real time as we need to be, if anything. We're doing level-wise. They're all level 10. They probably won't be going for the Gold Fury yet. Still a bit too early. And keep moving on. Everyone's getting their boots. Barracuda's level 2, rank 2 on Heart Seeker. We do see John Quee has finished his Doom Orb, so we will be stacking it up. Defender of Olympus coming in onto Isis. Will hit down. Misses, though, I think. MLC Stealth in a lot of trouble, unfortunately. But they're just there. That presence. They've got Defender of Olympus to get them there. They've got Apollo that can get across the map whenever he needs to. They can rotate so fast that you're in a lot. You're just in so much trouble. There's nothing you can do. We do see the fact that on the right-hand side there, Omega getting hit by Anubis. That's kind of unlucky there. Anubis has got so much damage but couldn't do anything there. We got reinforced Greaves, so cooldown reduction coming out. We will see the fact that will go down to Shing in that place. We manages to get one kill, the first kill for Cognitive Gaming in the well, not in the finals, in the second game of the finals. We do see a lovely Banish picking up 2 people. Taunt into the shield wall. Mummify misses somehow, goes through the skin of him in the middle. Shing just throwing out the universe ring, misses. Anastair in a lot of trouble. Will go down this time, I believe. Shing manages to get away. Heater does not. Heater goes down, so they manage to get 3 kills. Quite quick succession there. So they're bringing that back. And they're ahead in goal. No, Exertus is still ahead in goal by like 1k. So they've lost a bit. Cognitive have managed to pull that back. Now Cog are going for the Gold Fury. If they can kill this Gold Fury, they're all like level 10. So it's going to be a bit of a tank. They see Barracuda going on there. They could contest this. Are they going to go for it? We see... No, are they not? They can let this go. They can't let it go. Allied taken down by Barracuda. Goes in at the right time perfectly. Cognitive does manage to get the Gold Fury though, unfortunately. They managed to get that one. They did lose 2 people though to it. Freya's in a bit of trouble, but managed to get under the tower and is safe. So, gold-wise, they pulled it ahead, but then lost a kill. So they give some gold back to Exertus, also missing the gold camp. Exertus still ahead in the game. 9 kills. They're ahead 600. It's pretty much an even game, as we can say at the moment. It can still go anyway. There is nowhere where we're actually going to go. Bring it back. Heartseeker finished up on Barracuda. As long as the guy don't die now, he's going to hurt him. He's really going to hurt him. So they need... I'd say, if anything, they've got Anastair okay, but they need to kill off those Barracuda stacks. Anastair's not really too much of a problem until he finishes off his Fatalis. Okay, the pole still hurts, but the Fatalis is when it actually starts kicking off. So I'd say go more for Barracuda, be a primary, then probably John Quee after that. They're just the items you want to knock down. You want to keep everything on a level playing field. You don't want them snowball items getting stacked up. Double set of wards. Good banish down onto Omega. See, the damage coming off from Anastair at the moment, still not a lot. Anubis is doing a lot more. Look at that! Oh, and he takes it down. Heater manages to grab that one. So that basically all the DPS there was from Heater. Heater done so much more than... I looked like Freya, actually. Just a few little attacks. I think where the skill points are going for Anastair is into the melee one, the irradiate, rather than the pulse, I think. Because, to be honest, with the amount of damage that was coming out, good on Shing. Shing's going in there, gets stunned out, throws down the AoE, grasping hands on the floor. Not much they can do. It's a shame that Anubis doesn't have his ultimate, because he would have used that then. Shing does have his fiery wheels, but there's not much they can do. Let's bring that one back ever so slightly. I want to speed that one up. Get that back. I want to see that fight. So we see you won't get in hit there. Defender of Olympus on top. Taunts Allied into place. Apollo's in as well. Allied just getting booted down. Isis in. Holds everybody in place onto the Isis ultimate. Does so much damage. But the John Quee ultimate healing up enough people to get away. Barracuda did take one of the heal souls as well. It wasn't actually going to die, but that extra healing potential just works so well. We do see 2 Heartseekers coming off onto Cognitive Gaming. We've got Shing and KO. Keep moving forward. As long as they can get some stacks. Shing not doing too well. The problem with Naja is you need to get right in there, and you're pretty squishy. And once you're in, you can't get out. So I'd like to see some lifesteal coming off onto Shing next, if anything. Maybe finish off the boots, then the lifesteal. Well, it's one of them ones where you go. You can either go into the lifesteal for... there's 2 routes with Naja. You can go into lifesteal, like for face planting and beating the crap out of people and just kind of lasting as long as possible. Or you could go quickly into Deathbringer, which, with the 50% crit damage, goes onto your fire... Wheels of Flame, Wheels of Fire ultimate skill. So when you're in the air, you do that mini game where you guaranteed crits for like 4 or 5 hits. that's where you get, it basically increases all of your ultimate damage and works out really well actually. Does quite a lot of damage, and the fact that Deathbringer adds so much physical power to you anyway. So there's two routes you can go. Face planting, smash their face up while they're on the ground, or getting in there doing damage to them on there. It just depends what route you want to go quickly first. I need a little drink. Let's just see where we get going on. Let's follow on to Allied at the moment because he's chasing onto somebody. Ching gonna come round. No, Allied there. We do see a bit going on. Barracuda chasing after KO. Decides not to. Goes in there. Not going to be done. Gets mesmerised. And this, for anyone that doesn't actually follow Smite, which pretty much nobody that will watch my channel is not going to... Well, anyone that watches my channel is not going to realise that. We will see the fact that there's a bit of an engagement going on in the mid lane. Going on. ISIS will go down in that. And I'm pushing the wrong button. Going on. I'm pouring my drink in front of the microphone. You would have been able to hear that. Probably. Shin going in. Gets stunned. They need to get in quicker. There's Shin in on his own. He should be the last person that gets in there. Yeah, you won't actually manage to get out of there. Defender of Olympus keeping him up alive. Omega decided not to get in the fight though. I'd have probably rotated round behind. Just be like, ultra aggressive, move on. But then again, I am not in the top teams. And there's probably a reason I'm not in the top teams. Yeah. Kind of moving on. I'd love to get in the top team though. Be nice. Keep moving up and moving on. Good taunt there, just kind of messing with him a little bit. There will be a bit, it looks like a bit of engagement in that right hand side. Will they go for it? Heater just going in. Misses the artillery sash, but they just kind of go for it. It looked like the beads there actually stopped the artillery sash from anything. This is Shing taking a bit of damage. Has Lewis got beads? He does. Eon, Allied actually holding him in place. Double kill there for Cognitive Gaming, picking up there that Hades ultimate, holding everybody in place, as well as the emote. A mega AoE coming out there from hell. Manages to get Ionic as well with the artillery sash this time. We're going to push forward, get out of the way, and actually survive. Jonqui is rotating over. There was just nobody else they could rotate over. Alright, okay. Apollo could, but I think, yeah, Apollo's chariot is on cooldown. They will go after and grab the blue buff and then move on. So Cognitive are coming back into this. Fair enough, though. Yeah, they're keeping it even. It's still in anybody's game. And we're going to move on and move on and on and on and on. Where do we go? Where do we go? Still no towers have gone down. Barracuda needs to be careful. If Shin gets an artillery sash on him, it could be the end of this little go. Where are we going? Where are we going? Keep them stacks, son. Keep them stacks. Barracuda has still not died. 3 kills, 8 assists. He's gonna be He's obviously still gonna hit like a truck and hurt. Once he starts getting some penetration up, that'll be even more. Did he go? I think he went execution last time. I'd have said go execution. Just get that attack speed out. Just keep cracking it. Keep cracking that whip. Exertus could do with grabbing the Gold Fury now as well. It's a good 16 minutes in. It's been up for a while. Cognitive do have a... No, actually Cognitive don't. Exertus managed to clear that ward that was put down by Allied there earlier. So we're moving on. We do see Anubis on Hell. Just kind of clearing the wave though, unfortunately. Seems to have better clear than Hell by the looks of it. And we got 4 players for Cognitive over, hovering on the left hand side. Potentially looking a Gold Fury attempt? No, maybe not. I don't know. 100% sure. Don't see where they're going to go for the moment. Moving on round. Just looking. They are going to be seen by the ward. There's a ward. There's guaranteed a ward there because if anything, you know you put a ward down, you know it's not there. So you know that they'd be able to see you pretty much. Shing rotating over to the left hand side. We'll see Jonqui has been pinged up by the ward though. So tell me what you think. Everybody that watching YouTube, Twitch, and all that lot. What do you think about the pinging on the map? I'd like to see it come out of competitive matches, but it's I don't mind it for casuals. Remove it from assault. I think that's about it. Especially when you put Artemis Trapper down. That's just a nightmare. Other than that, let's go. It's gone a bit stale. The game's gone a bit stale. It's I think we've still got some speed time. We see Barracuda's going into Bloodforge now as well. So he's going to practically hit... it's going to hit pretty hard. It's one of the best... Well, it is the best lifesteal one in the game, apart from, like, Soul Eater, where if you want, like, attack speed. If you're, like... Arachne or something like that. Attack speed, Soul Eater would be better. But to be honest, that Blood Forge works out pretty well, if anything to say the least. Will hit like a truck if he can get all 5 stacks up. He does have a Sentry Ward on him, so he should be able to clear that. There's one ward there from Cognitive over by the Gold Fury. No one really looking to pick a fight now. Everyone's kind of sitting there farming. Exertus is still ahead in gold and in XP, but it's negligible, to be honest. Omega's level 18, which is higher than everyone on Exertus. So yeah, it's kind of debatable. We do see an engagement on the left. Didn't actually make anything come of it, though, unfortunately. Allied and KO managed to actually get out of there, back under the tower. MLC Stealth needs to be careful. Can he get back under the tower? And he can. Xing is there. Look at this. Everywhere they go, there's people to see. Can we force the fight? That's where I'd be thinking. What do we want? Ionic needs to get out of the way. I need to speed up and actually move back out as well. Keep moving on through. We do see you won't coming out. Managed to pick up the little gold camp. And then we see Freya over there, but KO taking a lot of damage. As well as Xing going in. Allied as well. There's a lot of skills wasted there, but not actually being used. Where are they going to go with it? KO is in the left-hand lane. They could back over and get behind him in the tower. Allied gets beautiful AO ultimate there on everybody, but taking so much damage in the meantime. We do see Defender Olympus not actually hitting anybody, unfortunately. We see Allied coming in there. Not Allied, Apollo coming in there. Doesn't manage to get Allied, but does get pushed into the air by Xing. Bring that back up to normal speed. Ionic should go down there. Does go down from Omega. Barracuda backing off, trying to stay alive. Anister does get KO. Does need to just leave. The Armillary Sash should be coming off cooldown anytime soon. Does get slowed there by you. Won't there. But does die. Anubis goes in there. Uses his ultimate. That's it. You need to leave, man. You can't stay there anymore. Does he have a blink? He doesn't have a blink. He's just got beads. Everything else gets body blocked by Barracuda, though, unfortunately. The banish was lovely, but Barracuda just happened to be in his way as he was trying to come through and actually got him killed. So we're seeing him fall apart a little bit there. Anister should go down. Does go down in the end. Barracuda as well. So there's a deicide there for Cognitive Gaming. That was a very long drawn out deicide, but a well needed one. So now they're even. They're going to obviously get a couple of K gold ahead. Now, yeah. Let's just see Cognitive Gaming and just see what's going on. This Barracuda's lost a lot of stacks. It lost 25, not quite everywhere. They do have the DPS. I'm trying to figure out where they could do it from. Just where? Who got the gold? Exodus got the steal. Did they really just get the steal? I wasn't actually paying attention. I'm going to bring that back ever so slightly, and then we're going to look. There it is. There we go. We'll speed that on. Speed that on. Who gets the steal? Exodus gets the steal. That is... I don't care if you died, mate. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. Did he have... What level hog did he have? So he went back and bought a... That was a rank 3 hog. That was brilliantly done. It definitely kept him in the game. Kept him even gold. And kept him slightly ahead of gold as well. Got to give it to him there. Player of the match, really. Backed off, got back in, and then decided to get the hog out. It really kind of turned back really well. Aha. Where's everybody going? Xing's going to have to get over on the right-hand side lane to stop this tower getting pushed. Xing is rotating over. He will see it. No, yeah, I think there's a ward. They did have a ward, so we did see him coming. But that tower getting taken down quite hard, actually. Not too much they can kind of do. So, Exodus needs to get the team fight back. If they can get a good team fight, they should be in a good situation. They obviously they need to handle a bit better than what they did that last one. But the great steal there from Ionic onto the Gold Fury, it worked out brilliantly. Barracuda's still not finished his Blood Forge yet, so he's not going to be hitting too... No, he's going to be hitting hard. He's not going to be getting the stacks up yet. So that's just another one. They might go for... Does he know? Does he know? If Anister moves to the left, he's going to get pinged. If he does... He's going to get seen. Going to banish. Gets the banish. There's a hell for the cleanse. There's a mummify and Anubis death gaze as well. So they pick up a lovely kill there onto Omega. Exodus pushing forward ahead. Just fucking working well together. They can pick up everything here. Anister and Heater there working lovely together. If Anister had moved to the left, he'd have been pinged up and been seen. Defender of Olympus coming in there onto MLC Stealth. Will hit down. Apollo coming in there with the chariot as well. MLC Stealth goes down so fast. Allied goes in there as well. Holding himself in, but also getting picked up by the Jonqui ultimate. Xing is now on the run, getting hit there by Barracuda. Nowhere else for him to go. And they've basically picked up 3 kills in quick succession. Where are they going with this? They do have the DPS for the Fire Giant, so they managed to get the steal on the Gold Fury after a DS side. Xing and KO are the only ones left. Xing does have a hog, but doesn't have a level 3 hog, so there's no contestation. This Fire Giant is a dead man and gone. Exertus eSports picks up that one. Lovely. Now they're going to push up. They could split push everything, to be honest. You could go up. They might as well push this tower. What are you doing? Just do stuff. Do stuff. Go on. Go on. Go on. Barracuda has finished up his Blood Forge, so he's now going to be hitting. He's now going to get the stacks. Working out nice. Xing is in the distance. Misses the taunt. No. Does manage to get hit by the slow. Will get charged as well. No, doesn't. Actually, they could have doubled up the thing. Gold Fury is 2 minutes away. So they won't be able to get that one. And moving on. Omega in the middle. But they have revealed the fact that they've got the Fire Giant buff. Okay, so the next team fight should, in theory, go Exodus eSports way. Just the fact that they're pretty... Everyone's pretty even in the team fights. They kind of... Everyone has a good little bit here and there. But now the fact that they've got that buff needs to be careful. Doesn't want to get caught out. We do see Hades rotating around to try and get, obviously, Barracuda there. We see Hell and Isis as well rotating over. Trying to split push down on Apollo. Doing a lovely job. We'll push forward a bit more. Tension in the mid lane, though. 3 on 4. There's 5 there. KO will have to rotate left to prevent that tower. The tower's going down. There's no way he's going to stop that sucker going down. There's so much damage coming out from Barracuda. Does manage to get that. There's no wards, so Barracuda needs to be very careful. The whole... He knows 2 are missing. Could be pushing out. Are they be going for... Are they going to go for it? They've got 4. They've got the Fire Giant. Fair enough, they've got all the DPS, and Allied is there. Allied is probably their biggest problem, because he can hold them in place. Omega can do the AoE DPS. MLC Stealth has the Spirit Ball. Xing just has his Universe Ring that does a nice amount of damage, and then keeps everybody kind of close. They'll work very nice together, as well as the fact they've got Shibalonke's Into the Darkness ultimate to stop everybody being able to see, basically. Where are they going to rotate over? 24 seconds till the Gold Fury, so they could even push for that. They're going to go steal the red buff. That's just going to die so quick, so that's going to push up their damage even more. It's going to go out onto Jonqui. Yep, lovely. So they decided to... Alright, so all 5 of you are under that tower. We're going to go left and take out the left tower, which is a great thing. You'd want to see that a bit more in casual games. Actually, no, in casual games, I'll give them a bit of credit. We don't see the 5-on-5 standoffs too much anymore. Everyone's kind of like, well, I can't get a kill here, so we're going to leave. And that's put them out of position, so the fact that they can kind of put Cognitive out of position, so Exodus could actually pick up another tower. So they've picked up 3 towers. The gold now has put up the 6k ahead, as well as 5k ahead in gold. We can see that in items as well, that Anister's now picking up Polynomicon. We do see that new rod coming up onto Jonqui, though you won't. Gold Fury going down so fast, it's just literally objective after objective now. That Fire Giant buff is considerable. It's always a game changer, but you can see now how much of a game changer. Barracuda going in, gets hit by Varminary Sash, but then backs off. Xing in a lot of trouble, actually backing off. Spirit Ball goes out, does hit Ionic, and then they decide to leave. So it's 5-on-5. No one's really... Everyone's just kind of danced about. Now they could do the same thing. They could just rotate right and go get the right tower. Good banish down to MLC Stealth. They're going to want to force this. They're going in. Xing goes in and takes up Anister. Takes out a lot of DPS out of the fight. We do see that Into the Darkness come out. Allied as well, holding people in place. The Defender of Olympus goes out, but it's not going to land on anybody. The only person to go down in that whole fight was Anister. The tower almost went. The tower almost went. The tower will be just blown over by the next fight. To be honest, anybody could just walk around and just go, bing. I will take that as well. So to be honest, I don't think they feel that sorry for losing the Fire Giant buff, because to be honest, I think it'd run out anyway. Yeah, it'd already run out, so they're not too worried. That's probably what kind of hurt them in that fight. If they'd let the Fire Giant buff run out. They probably started it before it ran out, but it was just a few seconds left on it, so they're leaving that anyway. Cognitive really kind of need to pull it back. Xing did, like I said, you go straight into Heartseeker, into Deathbringer to get the ultimate, that DPS come out and actually trying to move on a bit much more from there. And see where we go. They're just trying to farm up, get as much XP, trying to bring back that gold deficit a bit more. So seeing as they're about 7k behind, and the fact they're bringing the XP back. Okay, that's easy enough to do. It's not too bad. And now we see Polynomicon finished on Anistar, as well as he's going in the Rodder Tahuti. We see, obviously, Xing's finished his Deathbringer. Barracuda, instead of going for a Deathbringer, is going into Jotun's Wrath, which is, I'd have probably gone into maybe a Deathbringer now. He likes having his cooldowns off. Obviously, the Mesmerize in the team fights would help quite a bit more. And we can kind of move on. Now, this is the next fight. Pretty much, if Exertus eSports gets this next Fire Giant, I'd say it's GG, or at least a very good amount of GG. They could go for it. Everyone for Cognitive is quite spread. We will see Xing going after Barracuda. I think that's just more to scare him off, because he doesn't know where everybody else is. There is an engagement going off right, but it's a 4-on-2 there going on. Omega's in trouble going out. Allied is in. Going to use the ultimate now. We'll do it just as... there's a Death Gaze going out onto Allied. Allied should go down. It'd be the only one. Omega goes down. Allied goes down. Xing taking up Barracuda into the air, which is probably the best person to get. Needs to be careful. Xing in a lot of trouble. Does get taken down by Defender of Olympus when it lands. KO as well being taken. Gets taken. And where are we going? So there's almost a D aside. The tower will go down. The Fire Giant will go to Exertus eSports. And middle tower goes down as well. Anistar moving over right for that. So they lost all their towers. They're going to lose the Fire Giant. Or are they going to let... They're not going to go? They might. I suppose they've got the time to get the Phoenix as well and then go back for the Fire Giant. They've got about 10 seconds really. Feasible. Push that one out. Go on. So they've got the team fight. And now it's time to leave. That's it. That's it. Back off. 3 people are still up. To be honest, by the time it takes them to actually get to the Fire Giant, they could probably kill it. They do have the DPS for it. No, they're deciding to back. So they're going to buy back up, finish up. Heat-Art has got Divine Ruins. That's what's helping him out pretty much against Hell. We don't have a lot of the anti-Hell items in this game that we didn't see in the last one. There's no Brawler's Stick. Divine Ruins is about the only item that you see coming out. We've only got 1 level 3 Hog. So if they can take out Allied in the next fight, they can secure Fire Giant pretty easy. Even if it's contesting the Fire Giant, if they can focus Allied out, Ionic can get in there and take that one out and actually secure the Fire Giant for him pretty easily. Apollo's rotating over left. It's probably just going to be an annoying split pusher. He does have his chariot up, so he can obviously push people back out of the way. Having an Apollo on your team is great because you can force the teammates to go left while the rest of your team are right. And then as soon as you're on the Fire Giant fight, bang, you're just back in the middle. Now, Ionic, I know you're good, but I wouldn't do that. You want to be careful. So it's 5-on-4 at the minute. Barracuda needs to be careful, obviously, when he picks his engagements on. There's some DPS going out onto Allied. No, just to banish instead. Allied is just sovereignty into Midas boots. Those Midas boots have paid themselves off. Especially Ionix has paid themselves off as well. It's still behind in gold. It's only ever so slightly behind in gold compared to like the top people that have got all the kills. So it does show you the fact that those Midas boots can kind of come up as well and keep you in. The fact that he's 2 levels behind shows you how much gold they've been given. They're going to go for it now. They are so out of position. Cognitive Gaming can't contest this now. Are they going to go for it? They are going to be seen. Just go. They're just, yeah, Exodus are like, they're out of the way. They're going to be sitting. They're going to come in. Good engagement. It's going to hold him in place. Defender of Olympus goes out. Allied. If Allied goes down, that means they can secure the Fire Giant straight away. Shin comes in, goes straight off the heater, takes him into the air. We see Allied holding in place. 2 people. Manages to, does go down. So Allied goes down. Shing's still alive though, but Heater did go down as well. Barracuda going after Shing. Gets him with a So Beautiful. Hits one more hit. We'll take that down. Does go down. You won't. Just need to get on the run. But to be honest, if they can get the team together, healed up, back onto the Fire Giant now, for just going straight for the Fire Giant, you can actually pick that one up nicely. I will go after Omega. Omega deciding to go for the blue buff rather than leave and stay with a teammate. This will go down. Getting slowed, getting hit with everything. Few more attacks. Does decide to back off round. That's because Anistel is in the way. There's bloody tree going round. So Barracuda picking up another one. So 3 down for Cognitive Gaming. This is pretty much game set match. They've not got a rank 3 hog. Exertus does. They're 2 versus 4. And it's if they hold that off just enough, a few more seconds for Heated, which I actually suppose they would do. Really? It's only 2 seconds. You could have let him. Now this is going to be the final push, if anything. If the fact that Cognitive Gaming ever managed to bring this game back from this would be amazing. 13k gold up in everything else. And kind of moving on as well. Pushing it back. Lovely. Moving on. They're moving on up in the world. Cognitive are getting pushed back. And here we go. Middle Phoenix going to go down. The right Phoenix is still down. Should actually be coming up soon, really, because it went down quite a while ago. We do see left Phoenix going to go down. And then it's going to be the final push in. He is about to join into the fight behind us. Here he comes. He's over there. Spirit Ball goes off onto Exertus. Exertus. Oh, well, it does go off onto Exertus, but it goes on Ionic. Going out. They can just tank this one. Go on. All the DPS on that Phoenix. Won't be able to do too much. Allied goes straight in. We do... Who gets picked up? Aniston gets picked up there straight away. Heater goes down. Straight onto Shing. Does a lot of damage with the Death Gaze. There's so much damage going there on Ionic. Aniston. And you won't. Have they lost anybody yet? No, they haven't lost anybody. There's Apollo coming down. Will be able to pick off Allied. Should get Shing. Does get Shing. A beautiful banish goes up in the air. Does jump through, but doesn't manage to get the kill. KO should have gone down in that as well. Heater gets picked up. Omega goes picked up. And then Surrender Vote comes out there from Cognitive Gaming. And Exodus picks up the North American Finals 2-0 against Cognitive Gaming. Which is very well done for them. Been a nice, interesting fight. They're never like proper snowbally. Well, they are at the end. But they're a really good slog. Evenly matched teams work out fantastically, and that was a good match. I quite enjoyed watching that and everyone else. So hope you guys have been watching the matches. I do cast these live on Twitch, twitch.tv/RezSmite UK, so come back and check me out anytime at live, and you obviously should be able to see these on YouTube as well, which I'll be putting these up. And yeah, hope everyone's actually enjoyed that. Look at all the damage that come out of there. John Quee does so much damage, especially that armor. It's just like fire and forget and run in there. Anubis does a lot as well. Allied not doing too much though, unfortunately. As a support, just kind of sucking a bit hard. Well, he did everything. Oh, that's a new one. Oh yeah, that's the new Hide and Nemean line. Not Hide and Nemean line. I've forgotten it now. I know what I mean, but I can't remember. So I hope everyone's actually enjoyed this. I've been your host, HiRez UK, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the EU tournament. Have fun and goodbye.